Hey everybody. Hey everybody. Happy Tuesday. How's it going? I hope all is well. Hope everybody's great. Yes, this is live on the road on the campaign trail. Give a little insight about where we are. Today has been an incredibly busy day. I kind of loosened up my tie here, so I'm not getting choked out from it. But uh, let me give a recap of today. Phenomenal day where we started at a couple senior facilities. I got a chance to connect with some seniors in different communities in kind of the greater Metro Detroit area, and then went to kind of a senior fitness event, and it was great. There's an amazing organization in Detroit called Focus Hope that's doing great work, and they have an amazing space. And got to meet some great people there and talk about the campaign, talk about what they want through their senator, what they want, what type of representation they want. Then we went to the campaign office, got to meet and talk with some campaign staff, and got some green juice, and then hit the road to go to Grand Rapids. So drove all the way across the state, and then had a great day. Now we're driving back to Detroit from Grand Rapids. Got to go to Wood TV. Today we're supposed to do a debate at Wood TV, TV8, but my opponent in this race decided to not do that debate. So ended up not doing that, but ended up going to Wood TV and doing an interview there anyway. Also went to Fox 17, which was great. Wonderful people, great studio, and was able to go by and do some radio as well and meet a couple folks from the community and some faith stuff. So it's been a great day. It's been a busy day, but what I love about it most is just meeting so many different Michiganders, so many different people, and being able to connect and hear from folks and what they want to see out of their next senator, and what they want to hear. And so a lot of things did come up today. One of the things that folks were asking me about today is the 45th president is coming to Detroit this weekend, and folks wanted me to talk about that. My perspective, etc. Um, you know, what's interesting is, and I say this all the time, I don't care if there's an R by your name, a D, or an I. As your U.S. Senator, I want to represent you, the people of Michigan, right? I want to hold both parties accountable, to be quite honest. But here's the deal. In the last presidential election, the 45th president tried to literally disenfranchise tens of thousands of Wayne County votes and voters, tens of thousands of Detroiters and their votes and their voters, and folks remember that. That's a problem. It's wrong. And, I hope at the visit people ask him about that. And I always say this: did you do the right thing when it mattered? And that case was clearly no. And there's other cases as well, as we well know. But to disenfranchise voters, to say that they were committing voter fraud, to say that people from my community, our community, were somehow complicit in some type of election fraud or packing ballots, and their votes shouldn't be counted. It's wrong. It's wrong. Patently wrong. And, I hope when he's here this weekend, folks ask him about that. Because we don't forget. We shouldn't forget. And now coming to the community and asking for those same votes that people that tried to say were bad votes and shouldn't be counted. That's a interesting idea, isn't it? I think those are the best words to use in this context. A couple of things I want to say. Number one, Thank you for all the folks that have reached out and helped the campaign in terms of giving, in terms of fundraising. All of that is so important. And if you can hit the link that's on this chat and on this live, it's a huge help to our campaign. We are a people-powered campaign. I'm not taking any corporate PAC money. I'm not taking money from these major special interest groups that want to, and their goal is to buy politicians. No big pharma money, no big oil money, no APAC money, etc., etc. We're not taking it. We're not going to be bought. We're not going to be bossed. We're not going to be bullied. The only thing and entities we're going to represent are individual Michiganders in the best interest of people and the people of this country and the people of Michigan. And so very proud of that. And that's the work that we're doing. And that's what we're doing on this campaign. Now, talking about food, we've stopped right now to grab a bite because I think that green juice that I talked about early on is the only thing that we've had time to grab all day. We stopped at a Leo's Coney. Yes, stopped at a Leo's Coney. And I'm not having a Coney because, I just don't think that's good. Try for me to eat a Coney at 9 o'clock at night. It doesn't make sense. So, but at Leo's, you have other choices. You don't have to have the Coney. You can have other things that are healthier. So that's what we're doing. And we want everybody out there to stay healthy. I went on a run this morning with Spice, so I don't want to go backwards. I was able to get a run in before I did all the other stuff. And so I don't want to have a Coney at 9 o'clock at night. That's like taking 2 steps forward and 17 steps backwards. So thank you, Leo's, for being open for us to get some food on our way back to Detroit, and just giving you a little glimpse inside the campaign trail. And so we're waiting for the food to come. And, again, having a people-powered campaign, having a campaign where folks have reached out, I will give you, if you have your phone, if you're watching this on your phone, put this number in. It's also on the profile of my IG, 313-942-4455. That's a texting number. You can text 313-942-4455. Look how that number popped up. Hey, how you doing? Good to see you. Someone's waving. Hello. And 313-942-4455. Text that number so we can stay in touch with you via text. And then also, if you can, any support, $2, $5, $10, $25, $100, $3,300, whatever you could do to support our campaign. It's so meaningful because at this point, we really need to reach more voters. And that's how we do it, quite honestly. Now, it's ironic. I got to get into the seat to then argue to pull all money out of politics for full-scale campaign finance reform so that people aren't asking for this on lives ever again, because that's not the way campaigns will be financed, and there'll be much more of an equal playing field. But that's the world we're in right now, so we got to do that to win the seat to then go. Now, another thing I want you guys to see is this seat here. Now, yes, the back of my truck, there is a seat, and you'd be like, why is there a chair or a seat sitting back there? I didn't know if you could see it over my shoulder, so I just wanted to show it to you. Now, it is sitting there because we've been having people sign the seat, because I want people to own the seat and know that when I'm in the U.S. Senate, their signatures, we're going there together. It's a collective action. And I want people to say it into their minds that it's my seat. I want them to say it's our seat. It's all of our seats. And that's what this Senate seat represents. That's why it's the most important Senate seat in the country. And so when we have people sign the seat, sometimes they get kind of emotional because they've never felt that they're walking into the Senate, right? They've always gotten into a situation where you elect somebody and they go away for 6 years and you kind of hope that they'll do, but not saying, hey, we're going in there together. And that's what this seat represents. This actual chair will be with me in Washington, in the Capitol, with people's signatures on it. And we're going to go there together, and we're going to make change together. And that's what it is, collective action. I say this quote all the time. Dr. King said, we're all tied together in a single garment of mutual destiny. So our destinies are inextricably linked. And so with that, I hope you guys come. You sign this seat, so you'll be a part of it. But even if you don't physically sign it, know that you're a part of it. We're going in there together, collective action. That's what a people power campaign is, and that's why I'm thankful for your support, your help, and we're about to. Food's coming. They're closing basically at 9 o'clock, so we're getting the food right now. Thank you, Leo's Coney Island. Those of you that know Lafayette and American, I'm not sure, what you feel. Leo's is more of a chain. Listen, we didn't get a Coney, and we got love for everybody. So with that, I'll say thank you again. Did you ever get a new debate date? Wow, I just saw that question come up. No. So Alyssa Slotkin's team, I'm not going to say it's her, I'll just say her team, or maybe it's her, made a decision that they did not want to debate in Mackinac when all the political press from all across the state was there, and it was going to be live on PBS. And then we had this debate set up for today, which was Wood TV 8 in Grand Rapids. They pulled out of that. They turned down, I heard from the Michigan Democratic Party Black Caucus that they sent out to have a candidate forum. They turned that down. And so as of right now, there is no date for a debate. There's nothing set up yet, but hopefully that'll change, because obviously our democracy hinges on informed voters and voters making a decision about who is in line with their values. And I think the Democratic voter here in the state leading up to needs to understand who both candidates are. And so yes, we're going to get that. You guys will be the first to know as soon as we have a debate date. So hopefully that'll happen soon. I just want to say thank you. You can hear the food rustling. We're going to get some food now. It looks like there's a question. It's so small though. Are you thinking of running for president of the future? No, definitely not. No. I have to win. Oh, first of all, this U.S. Senate seat, and now I'm going to say this, and I believe this without hyperbole, and it's no disrespect to the United States presidency, but I believe that this Senate seat, and my Harvard Law School constitutional law professor would always hammer home that the U.S. Senate is the most important body in all of our politics. It's where, it's 100 people deciding how $7.2 trillion is allocated. And that's annually in the budget. And we have to ask ourselves simple questions. Because it's our money, it's taxpayer money, it's everybody's money. The presidency doesn't decide where that money goes. The U.S. Senate does. Remember, the Supreme Court decides on the constitutionality of what the Senate passes. The president or the executive branch either signs into law or vetoes what the U.S. Senate passes. The House of Representatives, or our 13 House members here in Michigan, send a bill to the U.S. Senate that U.S. Senate, those 100 people can amend it, send it back. They can change things, add things, do all sorts of things. And if you're very reductive, 100 people in this country ultimately decide where $7.2 trillion of the taxpayer dollars go. And people have to ask themselves, do they want to elect people who would rather spend, for instance, their tax dollars on endless foreign wars overseas, or for healthcare at home, for us, subsidizing big oil, or for public education, for, not dealing with our horrendous gun crisis, our immigration problem? Or would you rather it spent on Department of Defense contractors? Those types of questions folks have to ask, and then decide what representatives are going to fight for what that you send there. For me, I want to fight for universal health care. I want to fight for common sense gun laws. I want to fight for women's reproductive health, women's reproductive freedom. I want to fight for John Lewis Voting Rights and Advancement Act. I want to fight for public education. I want to fight for mental health care. I want to fight for supporting young entrepreneurs and neighborhood and small business ownership. That's the engine of economies and job creation. I want to fight to end Citizens United, fight to end the filibuster, fight to reduce and end mass incarceration, fight to stop PFAS poisoning, fight to shut down Line 5 and protect our Great Lakes, 21% of the world's fresh surface water supply. These are the things I want to fight for. And these are things I will fight for. And I'm not going to do that trying to run for some other office. I'm going to do that representing Michiganders in the United States Senate. And that would be such an honor. And that's what this is about. And we can do that together. Collective action. That's what it is. Powered by the people. That's it. Thank you, everybody. God bless. We're hitting the road, back on the road. And I'm going to eat some dinner on the road. And we're going to drive safe. We're going to have a great, great, great day tomorrow. Get happy. Think about what you want to change in your life, in your community, in the world and state. And let's go do it together. Let's lock arms and fight together. We can get there if we do it together. Together we rise. You got to believe, though. You got to believe it, and then we can manifest it. But we can only do that if we vote and we own it, own our power. Okay. Thanks, everybody. God bless. And thank you for donating. Those of you who donated while we've been on this live, I've heard some donations have come in. Thank you. We've been on for 16 minutes. And just want to say thank you. We're going to try to do this virtually every night that we can, just to update people, to tell you where we've been, what we've been doing, and what we're up to. Any questions you have, please ask questions. And I'll see you. Stay strong, stay positive, and let's go. Yes, we need volunteers. I didn't hang up. Yes, we need volunteers. You could actually text that number 313-942-4455. We'll reach out to you. You can also go to hillharper.com and there's a volunteer piece, place where you can go to volunteers. We need volunteers to phone bank, text bank, door knock, talk about the candidacy and the campaign, reach voters, educate them. There's a lot of people who don't even know what a primary is and why it's so important, or they don't know when the primary is, which is August 6th. They don't know that they can request an absentee ballot and they need help doing that. 40 days of absentee ballots, 9 days of in-person early voting, same day registration. You just have to be 18 by November 5th to vote. You can be on probation, parole. You can be have X charges. You can be in jail awaiting trial and still vote absentee. All right. All of that is possible. So we need to educate voters about the importance of the primary, when it is, what it is, and we need to have everybody participate. Young people, we got to get involved. We know there's so much energy and so much, a lot of negative energy about, for instance, a lot of the peaceful protests on campuses. I protested and sit-ins and when I was at Brown University about divestiture in South Africa. If there's any place where we should be able to peaceful protest, it's on a college campus. We have to support our students, our young people, their ability to organize, and everybody's ability to organize in free speech. So volunteers, yes. Everybody's welcome. We need all of you. And with that, we can talk about it tomorrow. Okay. God bless. Thank you. Good night.